I was 3 years old, and it was in the Victorian Lakes, Lake Victoria, I think, or maybe Wellington. I think it's Lake Wellington in Locksport. I was with my grandfather, and I believe it was a carp in the brackish water. So yeah, not much of a claim to fame, but it's kept me going till the present day. Favourite hook? These days, I've actually gone through a lot of hooks over the years. These days, it used to be mustard. I used to be a big fan of mustard hooks. But these days it's Black Magic, because they've caught me a lot of good fish and they've never broken once. So, yeah, no, they're a pretty good hook. My biggest fish would have to be a 7-foot hammerhead shark off Pulpit Rock at Green Cape. It was a magnificent fish, caught many years ago. It took 4 of us to land it, and happily enough to say that it swam off beautifully too, because I wasn't knocking it on the head and taking it back up to the car park. No, it was a beautiful fish, and to see that monster swim away was a very great moment in my life. Ozfish TV. Well, I got involved with Ozfish TV because I was putting my tackle chats on Facebook, because I was getting asked a lot of questions in the shop, and I thought, well, instead of answering everyone, I'll just show them how to do it and put it out there, and they can watch it over and over again until they get it right, knots and etc., things like that. And I messaged, saw that Ozfish TV was about to try and start to do a show. I messaged Ash, the producer, and she got the ball rolling. We all got together, found out we worked really well together, and here we are, Ozfish TV. My favourite style of fishing would have to be, oh look, there's so many, but I reckon I've got a real soft spot for surf fishing. I love fishing off the surf. There's just something about watching a big 12, 14 foot rod just get smashed by a salmon or a gummy, or you know, any sort of fish off the surf, so probably that's my favourite. Pack and Tackle started, I was working out the back where it is now. I was the foreman out there of the car and boat detailing centre we got. And I bought a couple of boats, sold them, started saving up my money, and went in Harvey's with my former boss, and we become business partners, put a bit of money together and opened up the shop. Pakenham had a tackle shop and it closed down, and everyone was complaining about having to drive so far just to get their tackle, so I thought, well, looks like a new one has to start up, so that's what I did. Started up a new one, and it's been great. Chris is a great guy. We get along really well, we work together really well. At the start we didn't really know each other that well, hadn't known each other that long, but we got on like that. Just clicked for us, so it was really good. Young Hoff, I'll tell you what, that kid has got some potential, and he's quick as a whip. Any sort of question you need to, we call him the encyclopedia of fish. Any question you need to know, he'll answer it. He's really good. Wow, I met him, he actually came in my shop not long after I opened and asked me for a job. And so did about 200 other people that week, so of course I said no. But he kept coming in the shop regularly and chatting, and we got chatting on Facebook, and then we both sort of found Ozfish TV around about the same time, and yeah, we've worked really well together. He's a great, really enthusiastic fisherman. He'll fish in the pouring down rain, boiling hot sun. He doesn't care as long as he's wetting the line, which is great to see. I was a bit like that at that age, but I've done the hard yard, so I like me lazy fishing these days. Nah, she's great. She's really good value. A good asset to the team. Chris and I met her on Cowes Jetty when we did our very first episode, and she was just there watching us, and we sort of, forced her to get a rod that she said she had in her boot in the car, and forced her to come out and fish with us. And yeah, she really enjoyed it, and she's sort of come along with a journey with us, so it's good. So we get to sort of watch her grow as a fisher girl, and yeah, no, she's really good to have on board. Mark the Minion. Well, me and Mark have known each other for years. I actually met Mark living next door to him in Ferntree Gully about 6 years ago, maybe longer actually, maybe 7 years ago. And Yeah, he and I get on really well. We've kept in touch over the years and done a lot of fishing together. We've been all around Victoria and just, yeah, fished hard for many, many years. It's one of, everyone's sort of got their fishing buddy, and he's sort of it for me. So, yeah, no, we go well. Well, that's painstaking. Trying to put up with a bloody editor. Sorry, Ash. No, it's really good. I love seeing it. I love seeing it all come together. Each piece. As soon as we've done a clip, I'm always on Ash's back. Come on, Ash, get it together. I want to see a part. I want to see how it worked out. I want to see this. I want to see the start. I want to see the end. And I'm sure she's ready to throw something at me most of the time. But
the ones that Mick gives me, I got no idea. A little one, it goes like this, got a little sharp bit and a round thing at the top. Black magic. Yeah, do I have to tell the truth? Because we are talking about fishing here, and very few fishermen do tell the truth. All right, well, I guess I'll have a look at that. And there's a fat dude with no shirt driving it. All right. Proudest fish. I would probably say the first redfin I ever caught with my son, with him actually doing it. And my daughter at a trout farm recently, they're probably the proudest fish I've ever been involved with. I love fishing myself, but I love seeing the joy, especially on kids' faces when they catch something. To me, that's more exciting than when I do. No, Mick and I are really good mates. We just, we have a lot of friendly banter. I've got all the time in the world for Mick and all the respect for Mick in the world as a fisherman. He's just a good guy. What you get is what you see, and I've got all the time in the world for him. He's great. Hoff is a fantastic young guy. I'm really proud of him. Working with him for the past sort of 6 to 12 months, he's something else with plastics. He's got this it's like he's just so in tune with the fish. He's amazing. And he's got a great sense of humour. We've played some amazing pranks on the Hoff, and he just takes it in his stride. He's a great kid. I'm really proud to be affiliated with him and watch him grow into a really wonderful young man. One thing I can actually say, and it's a very rare moment that I'm serious, it's watching the way the hosts and the production crew, Ash, who's behind the camera but also does a lot of the editing, watching how the team's evolved into what it is now has been an amazing process. Oh, Mulloway was about to eat me then. Now the team's really taken on a life of its own. We all work together. We have a little laughs together, we do that, but everyone seems to know how each other's feeling, what we need to do and how we need to improve things, and there's just fantastic common goals that we all work towards. Yeah, I'm rapt to be a part of it. Mark's a good guy. He's just a really, really nice fella. He's a wealth of knowledge around fish, but he's just a hell of a nice guy as well. He's got a lot of time for him. He's a good man. Got a lot of time for Steph as well. She's great. We all seem to have just a fantastic rapport. She's great. She's so passionate about fishing. She just loves it. The other thing with Steph that you got to remember is she's got an absolutely ripping sense of humour. So I often think she's quite easily offended, and just try and be on my best behaviour around her. But Steph's comes to her own when it comes to being funny. Probably based on experience with the show, with the team, the best day I've had of fishing was when was Phillip Island, Cowes Pier. We had this day where it just seemed like everything turned out right. Everything, the stars aligned or whatever it was. We went down, we split the team into 2 groups, and Mick, myself, and Hoff were on the pier. and we had this banter going. It was also the day, ironically, that we met Steph. We had this banter going. The fishing was fantastic. Someone on? That's where we realised that the chemistry was really there between us. And that's when I realised that Michael Del Marco is potentially the biggest knobhead I'll ever meet. Oh, sorry, mate, I didn't realise you were there.
It takes one to know one, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Who asked him anyway?
I guess behind the scenes, I run the business side of the business. I look after the business plan. I do sponsor relations. I think some guy's lying about a hit over there. It's pretty hard to describe, but I guess what I do is, just the business side of things. That's probably my strength. Coming from a background of running companies and running businesses is probably where I've been able to really bring something special to the team. And I guess what I bring to the team is I don't bring thousands of fishing facts or anything like that. What I actually bring is just fun, approachability, and I try and ask the experts the questions that they need to actually talk about the things, so that you, the viewer, can actually get a fair understanding of what's actually what they're talking about. And I said actually about 100 times in that sentence.
Today we're going to have an interview with one of the hosts of the show, Jessie. So we'll scoot over to Jess. Jess, how are you today?
Good, covered in flies.
Yeah, have you had a good fishing day?
Not really.
Not really.
Hooked a nice rainbow and lost it, but
oh really?
Well, that's how it goes.
At
the
least
thing about fishing. When I was 3 years old, a little carp at Murray Bridge in South Australia. We did a lot of fishing for carp down there. It'd be the Munro's curltails, 2.5 inch.
That's what I was thinking.
Maybe the big Atlantic salmon in Tasmania. First salmonid I ever caught after losing a big trout. Wasn't much of a fish, it was skinny, but I don't know, it was a special fish. I actually posted a photo of a group of whiting that I caught off Orney Pier, and the producer said, hey, we need someone to do a whiting segment for us. So I showed my other abilities in freshwater and larger fish and all that sort of stuff, and came together that they wanted me on as a host. So well, I think I have to represent off screen. I have to really get the younger generation into fishing, get them into the new stuff, because most of them prefer the lures and plastics, and bait's a bit boring for the young guys. And on the show, same deal, I'm mainly in charge of trying to get the fish on plastics, but I get the odd fish down at the surf, or the odd gummy or dewy. I'd probably duck.
Hello, duck.
No, he's very lively. He gets everyone happy. Even if you don't catch, he's good at keeping his spirits up. And he loves trying new things, so he always, if I go, I'm going to go out and flick lures, he's always keen to come along and try it with me. So he's not judgmental like a lot of fishermen think, oh, you're younger, you don't know what you're doing, all that. He's willing to learn if there's something to learn from someone, no matter what their age, which is really good. He seems pretty seasoned in fishing. He's done a fair bit of stuff, from lures to baits to everything he likes using. Him and I have done a bit of fishing together. We had a bit of fun sight casting at whiting. So he pulls out a lot more fish than most of us when the big baits come out. Steph's another learner like Chris. She enjoys trying all new things that she hasn't tried before, pulling out fish that she'd never seen in person before, and just enjoying the whole experience along the way. My favourite. Oh, bloody bird. Oh. I'm thinking crap! I thought that was a monster trout. I'm like, oh, dang!
Why do I like fishing? I like fishing because of the people that I fish with. I like fishing because of the areas that you can go and fish. It's just beautiful and serene. That's probably the reasons I like fishing. My favourite fish?
You're not allowed to say goldfish.
I won't say goldfish. I will say... Ash, what's my favourite fish? It's a mulloway.
Hey! You're not allowed to have mulloways taken like purple.
I don't want purple.
Mulloways are purple and you can't like them.
No, I like mulloways. I really do. The one I almost caught today was fantastic. They came looking for me. Yeah.
I don't recall that.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they hunted me down.
Okay, how did you become associated with Ozfish TV?
Seriously? Well, I happened to stumble across them on the pier at Cowes, and I thought, stay away from this crew, but they got me to get my rod out of the car, which I did, and we had such a great day. I thought, no, I've changed my mind. I really like them. They made fishing very fun, and we just had a great day. So it was good. Probably the first fish I caught were carp on the Murray River.
Murray River?
Yeah.
Cool.
And silver perch.
Whoa.
I caught there.
Hey.
Yeah, that was pretty good. And a cod. I caught a cod on the Murray River.
Excellent.
I love the Murray River. I think that's the best place.
So you said the Murray River is your favourite location?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you can just camp right there on the banks of the river, throw your line in, and just, you're guaranteed to catch something at least, even if it's just carp. And you've also got the elusive cod floating around. And as I say, it's just so picturesque and beautiful. It's very nice.
Oh, that's good.
Chris is a great asset to the team. He brings a lot of... he's very friendly, everyone likes him quite quickly, and he's, yeah, a very genuine person. Obsessed with fishing. Yeah.
Pretty much nails it.
Yeah, no, he's great. He's a wealth of information. He's very funny.
He really is. He has a lot of information.
Yeah,
The encyclopedia of fishing.
Yeah, and all from just his experience. So he's definitely wouldn't doubt anything he has to say about fishing. He's great. It's really good. Our producer, Ash. Ash is lovely. I think the first time you meet Ash, she's very gentle, very caring, makes sure that I feel comfortable with what's going on around the boys, and definitely brings the feminine element to the team, which is good. No, Mick is great. Mick is very complex. When you first meet him, you just don't know really quite how to take him, I think. But he's actually a very deep person. He loves his fishing. He loves what he does with Ozfish TV. Yeah. But no, excellent. He's a brilliant host. Can I just start that again? He's a brilliant host. He knows what he's talking about. He definitely helps to bring everything together with the team on Ozfish TV. Makes everyone feel welcome. Everyone on the piers, everywhere you go. He definitely helps to build people up, which is a good quality. It's excellent.
I was 6.5. We caught it on a boat. A gentleman at a caravan park took us out, and it was a nice big bug-eye gurnard. And I crapped myself, basically, because I thought it was a thing of seaweed and it started moving. The boat was, I turned a 12-foot boat into a 13 and fell out. But it was a good catch. My favourite hook is the Black Magic 8.0 circle hook, gummy hook. That'd probably be my most favoured. Favourite catch would be a 14-pound 2-ounce flathead up at Lake Tyers. on an 8-pound line with a 10-pound leader. Ozfish TV, well, I've known Mick for many years, and we tried a few years ago to we put down a lot of footage for something that we were going to call All Roads Lead to Fishing. And yeah, but when he got the tackle shop, he asked me to sort of come in as a bit of a guest on the show, and yeah, I thought, why not? We go fishing enough anyway, so it's just a natural transition. Lake Tyers, by far. Second, I would have to say probably Portland, and a third one, if I had to say, would be Bem River. All three locations are awesome. Very, very good for all sorts of fish. So I like a place where you can do a little bit of surf fishing, but you can also do some river and lake fishing as well, so it's got a bit of everything. But I do like my lure fishing, so anywhere where there's snaggy areas and that I can pull the bream out of, I'm happy doing.